A twin question, you can answer it in any order. When you see X quality in one of your workers, what is that quality that you see where it strikes you in the gut and you go, I want to keep my eye on that person and maybe promote them? And what is the X factor when you see it, you go, I don't want to work with that person. If that doesn't change, that person's not going to work here. What are sort of the polar opposite? This is what really fires me up and gets me going with someone. This is what turns me off, and I want to get rid of them if I have to.
So I would say the differentiator is the willingness to stand apart, the willingness to buck the system.
Really?
You know, I think, you know, this is a weird, bizarre almost, but it's, you know, you can't run a big company without rules. But how did I become CEO? I never took no for an answer, right?
You broke the
so
rule.
You want somebody who understands the tapestry of, you know, and would never come close to the line that Carly talked about, but at the same time, questions authority, drives change, is willingness, you know, in a big company, so few people are just willing to stand apart and say, you know, this is what we're going to go do today. Yeah. And about, I'd say 3 times a year, 4 times a year. It's not zero. You know, we bring the top 35 people together once a quarter, and I'll say to the team, hey team, we're going to just go do this. I've listened to all the debate. We've had a good discussion. I got a great idea. Let's do it my way, okay? Now, if you never say that, right, you never get anything done. And if you say that 7 times instead of 3 times, good people bolt. But you have to be willing to stand apart ultimately. So I always look at that. Excuses turn everybody off, right?
Okay,
so lack of accountability. You know, I just think we don't expect people to have perfect careers. We expect them to learn from mistakes and get better. And the second you start making excuses, what that really says to everybody around you is you're not going to learn. You think you're above the process of getting better. So I'd put those on the 2 extremes.
Okay. Hardest person you ever had to fire?
Oh, look, I mean, I think it's you know, I had a person that worked for me as a CEO, right? And if you if you said to a recruiter, go find me a person to do this job, they would have brought that person back in to do that job. And there just was something that was missing about how he connected with the team.
Now,
and that's you know, you couldn't, you just saw it in the results, you saw it in the way the team carried itself, but at the same time, he had values, he had many things that were tremendously
I'm
appealing.
fascinated by this because some years back, I had to make a tough leadership call. And when I went to some of my advisors and I said, I think this person's run is done, they said, is this person meeting your expectations? And I said, yes, generally. Is a person high integrity? Yes. Smart? Yes. You know, godly? Yes. And they said, why wouldn't you want to keep this person in that position? And it felt so squishy, but I said, the person is not connecting with his staff. He's not connecting with the rest of the team. And someone said to me, you wouldn't let someone go simply for something as squishy as not connecting. I said, I think so. You're saying the same thing?
Same thing. And I was right on this one. Unfortunately, you know? Like, it's one where you want to be wrong because you love the person.
Yeah, right.
But it turned out everything I felt, like the second they left, people said, God, thank God, what took you so long? Right? And you just kind of sit there and say, what is it that I'm not seeing, right?
Okay.
But most times, like you know, you're in the business of giving people confidence, right?
Yeah.
What you really want in the people that work for you is you want them to be self-confident, and you can give them feedback, negative feedback sometimes, but you want to do it within the tapestry of making them self-confident. When sometimes you can just see somebody loses confidence in themselves. That's when they have to leave.
Hey, you've made a big deal. I mean, like, put your neck on the line for the value of diversity in GE. This is a deeply held value. Where did that deeply held value originate in your life? And how do you go about, fostering that celebration of diversity?
I think, Bill, similar to you, if you believe in talent and meritocracy, right? If you believe in talent and meritocracy, you must believe in diversity. You must believe that anybody can do any job, no matter where they come from. You want to attract a very diverse and balanced group, because that's how you're going to win. That's how you're going to be the best in the world you're in today. And that's, it's men and women, it's African Americans, but in our world, it's more than half our people live outside the United States. It's global diversity, but we are absolutely focused, laser-like focused on having the best people, and we're laser-like focused on meritocracy. And that's what makes
the best
ideas, the best people get ahead. And you cannot have those things. If people walk in your office and don't see diversity, it's not so much that they feel offended. Some do, but that's a code for they don't care about people, and the best people aren't getting ahead. Because I hate to admit it, you and I are about the same age, but old white guys don't have every great idea. It's just the way it is. So it's just
it's a shattering revelation to me. So, take me just a moment here.